Singing is not a natural function, and it must be learned, and the voice must be built. I graduated from top universities and famous conservatories and sang in world-renowned opera and concert halls from America to Europe. I'm not telling you this to impress you. After I ruined my voice and began to research how it functions, I wondered, with all my education, why was I not taught about the function of the voice? I had so many questions that I could not answer. I couldn't understand what was going on with my voice. Why wasn't it working anymore? Why couldn't I go to the high notes easy? Why were my low notes so weak? Why were there actually little cracks or breaks coming in? There are so many singers who are suffering and don't know how their voice works. Hi, I'm Chrysaline Petropoulos. I'm an international opera singer who ruined my voice and lost my confidence. I rebuilt it after years of scientific research, and I created strategies to help you control your interfering emotions. I have been building and saving voices for over 38 years. And what I discovered is you can sing any style you want, but you gotta build and strengthen your voice. I realize that we have to build and strengthen. I'm putting it over and over again for you. And you have to make that voice very predictable. And in addition to that, you have to control those interfering emotions that cause havoc over your voices and your lives. I created an evidence-based system that is fail-proof. I started with figuring out every muscle that is involved with breathing and vocal production. Let's start first with what is proper posture. I studied the anatomy of how the untrained person breathes and discovered how different it is for a singer. I discovered the different functions of the throat. I had no idea what or how the soft palate is doing in order to produce nasal or non-nasal sounds. I was absolutely shocked to see all the intrinsic and extrinsic muscles in the tongue and all of its power and how out of control it is. I realized that the front and back of the tongue, they are really two completely separate muscles. I had no idea how strong the jaw is and how it can ruin the function of the voice if it's not controlled. I was ecstatic, jumping all around, when I started to learn what muscles were involved in singing predictable high notes and how to find that muscle that gives you projected low notes on command. Then I learned that I was creating vowels and consonants in all the wrong places. Oh my gosh. How is it that I did everything wrong for the voice? How is it that I didn't know better? Yes, most of you can sing. But how many can sing and speak without going hoarse or having tension or cracks or breaks in their throats? How many voices can sustain the demands of a career without fearing that their voice will fail? I rebuilt my voice muscle by muscle after it failed. Every day, I created foundation vocal exercises to build my voice. I created strategies to control all my interfering emotions. Having rebuilt my voice and confidence, I couldn't wait to tell the world, and here I am. Anger, fear, frustration will be replaced with happiness, confidence, and peace. Can I prove that the voice does not need to deteriorate at any time or at any age if you learn the vocal commands? Yes. Can I prove that no matter what you do with your voice, it will have endurance necessary for your entire life if you learn the vocal commands? Yes. Can anyone sing with any style or genre using these evidence-based commands? Yes. I even have MRIs, magnetic resonance images, and fiber optic videos to prove all of this. With this newfound knowledge and excitement, I couldn't wait to share the knowledge with anyone who wanted to learn how to build and strengthen and get that voice to be predictable, and of course, to build their confidence. I started taking on students and teaching them what I call the vocal commands and performance mode mindset. I've developed a system only to discover that anyone at any age and any style can build a healthy voice and control the emotions that interfere and have stamina and endurance. I've been teaching this and all styles for 38 years. The reality is that my students were getting the leads in all their shows and building their confidence in all the areas of their lives. What was really exciting to me was that as soon as something went vocally wrong, let's say I couldn't hit the high note or they couldn't belt, they knew precisely which muscle to go to and fix it. When they were criticized, they learned how to not take it personally. My scientific, evidence-based system became the new toolbox for my students. When you learn how, you will never worry if your voice is working or if you need vocal rest again. It'll never happen. Please continue to follow me so I can help you. Your voice will thank you.